All right, home prices continue to show broad-based declines across the nation through the first half of this year. Now, they fell by the sharpest rate ever in the second quarter. The S&P Schiller Home Price Index showing that while there are some improving regional numbers, when you look at the month-to-month, i.e. when you look at June compared to May, the overall picture remains weak. Joining us first on CNBC to dissect the data, David Blitzer, chairman of the S&P 500 Index Committee. And David, appreciate your taking the time this morning. I want to hone in, though, on this month-to-month, because year-on-year all these numbers look nasty. But month-to-month, it does appear there was stabilization in June, which is just what everyone's looking for, that things aren't getting worse at a worse rate, right? So are we stabilizing?
Yes, I think you're right on the money, and I think we are stabilizing. In fact, you can see it not only in the month-to-month numbers where we had 9 of the 20 cities show some improvement. And, the last 3 months we've had 9, 7, and 8 cities showing improvement each month, which is a huge gain from the previous 8 or 10 months when we had nothing going up at all. If you look at the year-over-year numbers, they're still going down, but they're not going down. They're not accelerating to the downside quite as much as they had been in a number of cities. So we are seeing some hints of bottoms.
And David, to Diana Olick's point on the existing home sales data yesterday, that 40% of those sales were foreclosures. How does your data account for the role of foreclosures?
Foreclosures are in the data. There's no question about that. And in fact, that's probably one of the areas where prices go down. We do know that in 16 of the 17 cities where we track homes by different price levels, the less expensive or the cheaper the house, the farther down the price has gone. The farther up it had gone before, the farther down now, which suggests to me that that's where a lot of the creative lending was, and that's where the foreclosures are at this point. But even there are some hints that we're beginning to move to a slightly better condition. Home prices aren't going up like a bullet next month, but we are seeing hints of stability, and that's a difference from where we were 6 months ago.
What are those hints of stability? Inventory reductions?
Well, looking at the existing home sales numbers that came out yesterday, I don't think you're seeing any improvement in inventories. Looking at the data, the number of observations or sales pairs we collect, any gains that we've seen recently in the number of sales are probably seasonal. So I don't think we've seen a big reversal in the number of sales, but I think in the prices, they're still going down, but they're not going down more and more and more and faster every month. They're only going down as fast as they were the month before. That doesn't sound like much, but you'll take anything you can get.
Basically what you're saying is they're still plummeting to wherever.
That's
but
right.
They're just not accelerating.
That's true. So you're going down the road, you still think you're going to hit the wall, but you won't hit the wall quite as fast as you thought you would last month.
All right. None of the metropolitan areas showed any really good increases, huh?
Well, year over year, everything is heading
everything
south.
Is down, yeah.
Month to month, I think there's nothing staggering, but you've got Denver, maybe it's for the convention, was actually up 1.5% on the month. Minneapolis, that's next door to the other convention, was up 1%. So maybe credit politics this month.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking at, there's one outlier here. Boston, apparently, May to April change plus 1%. The others are all in the Sun Belt.
Boston had the earliest peak of all. So in terms of how long the process has been going on, Boston peaked in September of 2005. San Diego was next in November of 2005. So Boston has been through the process much longer. They also had a very nasty downturn in the 1990s. And if markets gain anything by experience, maybe they realize there is hope there and there's a little bit of buying picking up in that area.
All right, David Blitzer, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And